Talent doesn't win penalty shootouts. Youth doesn't win penalty shootouts. The goalkeeper who wins was never saving the ball in that moment. He saved it years ago in an empty gym at midnight when nobody was watching. Welcome back to the Iron Files. Last time we watched a man sell his dream for $1 billion and weep doing it. Today, a different kind of war. Not money, not fame. Just one old keeper, one young striker, and the question nobody wanted to ask: what if talent isn't enough? 3 months before the match, a small coastal city, population under 600,000 in the entire country. Elias sits in a cramped film room no bigger than a storage closet. The projector hums. On the screen, Marco, 28, 6'2", 47 international goals. Elias rewinds, watches the hips, rewinds again.
His coach slides a folder across the table. Inside, stats for a 26-year-old backup keeper: faster reflexes, longer reach. The coach taps the page. The federation thinks we need younger hands for this one. Elias doesn't look at the folder. He looks at the coach. How many hours has he watched Marco?
Across the continent, Marco's camp isn't worried. A journalist asks about the matchup. Marco's trainer laughs into the microphone. "A kind draw," he says. "A goalkeeper from a country with fewer people than our city." The quote goes viral. Elias screenshots it, pins it above his projector.
Elias doesn't respond. Not publicly, not privately. He adds 2 hours to his nightly film sessions. He catalogs Marco's penalty kicks, 187 of them by hip angle, by plant foot direction, by the shoulder dip that telegraphs the far post. He builds a spreadsheet. Then he memorizes it. Then he burns the spreadsheet and tests himself from memory.
Here's what most people don't understand about elite goalkeepers: they don't react to the ball. Neuroscience research on top-level keepers revealed something extraordinary. They read the shooter's hips, the angle of the plant foot, the shoulder rotation, all milliseconds before the boot strikes leather. It's not reflex. It's pattern recognition, 10,000 hours of it. And Elias has been doing it for 22 years.
Match day. The tunnel smells like wet concrete and liniment. Marco walks out first, golden boots, jaw set, the crowd chanting his name so loud it vibrates in Elias's chest. Elias walks out last. No one chants for him. He touches the crossbar with his gloves. A ritual. 22 years every match. Then he turns and faces 80,000 people who expect him to fail. Save one. Marco cuts inside, fires low left. Elias is already there, save 4. A curling shot to the top corner, Elias tips it over. He doesn't celebrate, doesn't flinch, just resets. By save 7, the commentators stop calling it luck. By save 9, they stop talking entirely.
Something shifts. Marco starts shouting at his teammates, pointing, blaming the angle, the surface, the wind. His body language fractures, shoulders rising, jaw grinding. Elias watches this too. He's seen it on film 100 times. When Marco gets frustrated, he goes power over placement. He abandons the plan. Elias files it, waits.
Save 12. The stadium is no longer cheering for Marco. They're watching Elias like they're witnessing something they can't explain. A 40-year-old man from a country most of them couldn't find on a map, dismantling their hero. Not with speed, not with size, with something quieter. Something that took 2 decades to build and cannot be bought at any price. The darkest moment comes at save 13. Marco doesn't shoot. He dribbles past 2 defenders, something he never does, and bears down on Elias one-on-one. No angle to read, no plant foot to predict, just raw speed against a 40-year-old body. Elias's knee screams from a tackle 10 minutes ago. For 1/2 second, he thinks about the backup keeper's stats in that folder.
He makes the choice, not the smart choice, not the safe choice, the prepared choice. Instead of staying big, he commits early, drops low and left, exposing the entire right side of the net. If he's wrong, it's the most embarrassing goal of the tournament. He's betting 22 years of film study against Marco's instinct. It costs him everything if he's wrong. His legacy, his argument for being here at all.
Marco's shot goes low and left, exactly where Elias already is. Save 13. The net doesn't move. Marco drops to his knees, not from exhaustion, from recognition. He's been solved. Every pattern, every tell, every unconscious habit he didn't know he had, mapped, memorized, and weaponized by a man with a projector and a storage closet. Save 15, the last chance. Marco steps up. His eyes are different now, not angry, not desperate. Empty. He knows. Elias knows he knows. The stadium knows. Marco plants his left foot, shoulder dips right. Elias is already moving. He dove before the ball moved, not reflex. Prophecy. 22 years of film study reaching through his body like muscle memory made visible.
The locker room after. Elias sits on the bench, still in his jersey. Gloves off. Hands shaking, not from fear, from the adrenaline finally letting go. A young teammate asks how. Elias looks up. Voice low, steady. He was faster. He was younger. He had everything, but he could not outprepare me. He pauses. No one can outprepare you if you never stop preparing.
You're scrolling right now instead of preparing. You know it. The thing you're avoiding, the skill, the study, the practice, that's your film room. That's your storage closet. Age, resources, reputation, noise. Preparation is the only signal. If that hits you where you live, subscribe to Forge Your Iron Mindset. The Iron Mindset.